It's Friday again on Your View. Welcome to the show. I am Morayo Afolabi Brown. As always, I have the ladies with me. Hello, BC. How you doing?
Good morning, everyone. Thank God it's Friday.
Yeah.
Mama Ejiro episode 3 has just been uploaded this morning. Yes, I uploaded this morning.
Well done. On
So,
YouTube.
yes, on YouTube. So people should go watch, share, subscribe, like, support your girl. I need all the support I can get. I need the numbers.
100%.
I really need the numbers. So, and after now, I'm heading to set. I'm working back to back all weekend. Like I'm gathering momentum.
So, have you started work this week or just this weekend?
No, I've started. Yeah, I worked day before yesterday. I've worked twice this week. Now, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, I'm going to be on set. So I've told them at home, I've pleaded with the kids, please.
You're going to be
sorry.
in this weekend?
Yes, I'm not going to be home. Just manage.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, that's exciting, though.
Yeah, it is.
That permitted you.
I don't understand.
He wants me to be happy.
Yeah, the things we do
Yeah.
to achieve our goals, the sacrifices couples make for each other to make each other happy.
Yeah, and one of the reasons he does the sacrifice tells me that he doesn't want to get to that age, 60, 70. I'll now abandon him because he did not let me live. So anything I want to do now, I should do it now.
How you doing, Nima?
I'm fine.
This is your dad's hat.
Yes.
Yes.
I have one for sleeping, one for going out, and this one she's what I'm wearing. I have a message for a loved one this morning. You know, sometimes I've been through trials myself. I always say to God that now let me just be enjoying. Let me not go through any hardship again. And I've seen that the approach to facing it is what makes it easier. So if you face it like, is it only me, always me, then it becomes a problem. But if you face it with what is the message in this that I'm going through, what is God preparing me for, then there's a blessing in it. And that's the way I see trials, and that's what I would like to share this morning. This week has been very hard for my family, and I see the weight of it in a lot of ways that I thought, handle it differently and it will be easier. Yeah. So I'm hoping that, things are handled better.
It's never easy. I will just pray that God will just continue to strengthen you guys.
Not immediately easy, but in retrospect, if it's always about how you deal with it, how you see it.
It's your response that matters.
I'm not up to
you're
an age yet, and I know how it has been in the world. So it's always the approach. I remember those times when I change the approach and be like, what's the message? It's always easier.
What am I here to learn? Wow.
How are you doing, Tuckware?
I'm good. I'm grateful to God.
I think I have this.
Dora the Explorer.
Somebody was commenting that I actually look like Dora the Explorer.
Actually,
thank you. Dora is a very creative, inquisitive person.
Yes.
So it's a character that I don't mind being associated with. But I had this dress from 2020, and I was thinking, what am I going to wear? I just saw it rumpled in one corner. I stretched it out, and lo and behold, looking very classy. But I wanted to talk about Nima was drawing lessons, and I was reiterating to my realtors training that sometimes we're running so much for something, for blessing, for money, when the biblical principle is goodness and mercy will follow you. When you serve God, He would bring all other things onto you. I say sometimes when God is bringing the blessing to you, you don't run come off for there, go meet you. So stop running around, taking time to think, and asking the right questions might help you realize what you're running to go and meet is right where you are coming from. What do you define for
Sokoto? It's inside Shokotel. How you doing, Mariah?
Share this comment.
So I have a busy weekend this
What's
weekend.
going on?
There's a lot of activities today. I have dinner with needle movers tonight. I'll be there this evening at 6 p.m. I was invited. I don't know what it's about, but I think it's about bringing people together to discuss how to move Nigeria forward, which is I like this kind of conversations. I like
Those are your kind of conversations.
Yeah, I really do. Tomorrow morning I'll be at MICTEC. It's a school in not too far. I think it's in Ogudu. Okay. I'll be speaking there to the pupils. I'm really excited there to be. I'll be there tomorrow morning, and tomorrow evening I have another event. I think we're all invited to the one that you sent to the group.
Please.
Yeah, I'll be there. Something about women.
Very important.
I'll be there today. And Sunday is on my girlfriend's 50th birthday. Next time having friends that are 50, you're like, oh my gosh, I love
What's going on?
A kite is going to be 50 on Sunday. Happy birthday,
You're
darling.
not staying home this weekend, then?
This whole weekend is it's like, I don't even know which one I'm going to shank. Okay. But interesting, yesterday was Auntie Kofu's birthday. Auntie Kofu Ogala, my mom's really, one of my mom's best daughters. It was her birthday yesterday. I forgot to mention it. So happy birthday to Auntie Kofu Ogala. God bless you. And so we can take on this. Let's go on a break. When we come back, look at the front pages of the papers. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back.
Just finished. Okay, let's start with the nation. Akeredolu, why APC must rotate power to retain power. New investor takes Union Bank. Investors home, Buhari urges Nigerians abroad. APC convention, Oyegu panel yet to submit screening report. We have spent 43 billion on pensioners, says Yetola. Lagos to crush over 2,000 motorcycles. My Tie with Hush Puppy by Abba Kyari. Okay, which story are we starting with?
Okay, so Governor Akeredolu, who is, I want to remember, is the chairman of the party's convention security and compliance subcommittee within the APC, was suggesting on his Facebook page that, you know, to keep power within the party, that's the APC, power must simply rotate. So after President Buhari is saying, simply pass it straight to the south, Shikina, those were his words, that, you know, without that balance of equity, things would always scatter, pata. And then in the same story, they referred to the president, Asiwaju Bola Ahmed's presidential ambition campaign around states. So he visited Calabar, he visited Governor Ayade, who is also a presidential aspirant within the APC. He visited Oyo, Ogun, and they made reference to a statement he made where he referred to how he made the Vice President Oshibajo Vice President, and also talked when he was in Ogun how he made the Ogun State governor. Now, if you remember the drama around how Governor Dapo Abiodun emerged in Ogun State, you would appreciate him reminding, because, you know, it's easier when you are benefiting from good to take it and forget. And it was quick of the governor of Ogun State, now this is my personal opinion, to quickly endorse somebody. It's also okay for you to say, don't forget, a good turn deserves another. That's simply what I see. I've heard, even at home and on radio, criticism about him making that statement. And I say, this is a difficult time. Nowadays, people don't remember easily where they, you know, when they help. But when you needed that help, you got it. And so it's always okay for the person to say, I deserve a good turn. Now I'm in need. Please pay it forward.
So I want to take the Abba Kyari stories because he's explaining his relationship with Hush Puppy. And what his lawyer said was, Abba Kyari, as a senior 7 police officer, was carrying out a sting operation. That the conversations he had with Rahman Olorunwa Abbas was in link with the 5 months ahead of his arresting operation that he was carrying out, and that the offense, there was no tangible offense to warrant his extradition, and that the extradition was not done in good faith or in the interest of justice. So this was his lawyer defending and countering the extradition moves. The defense is that it was part of a sting operation. The conversation was part of a sting operation. And we're waiting to see the response of, but it seems like the conversation, this story just changed. But
So yesterday, okay, go ahead.
So the president spoke yesterday in Madrid, the Spanish capital, during a meeting with some Spanish executives who have investments in Nigeria. And he was telling them and promising them of a safe Nigeria, a prosperous country, that they're trying as much as possible to ensure that we do not have issues of insecurity anymore, as one of the things he had promised in this administration. However, it's being, you know, sabotaged by a lot of smugglers who are fighting seriously to keep bringing in items into the country. Now, this particular meeting with the executives, they are the GB Foods. They grow tomatoes in Kebbi State, and they employ about 5,000 people in the country. So the president was saying that he has taken Nigeria as his home country. He's married to an African. He's been here. They've been doing business in this country since 1970s, and every of their products are homegrown. And so he needs all the support he can get from the president to ensure that they have a lot of security people protecting them. So the president also went ahead to assure Nigerians that he's going to protect local farmers and he's going to protect them against smuggling. The fight is that we are able to produce and eat what we produce instead of, relying on buying from the outside and importation.
Right, so yesterday was an emotional day because, if you recall, last year, December, we were notified by Titan Trust that they will be acquiring Union Bank. Well, yesterday it was finalized, and the MD, the former MD of Union Bank, Mrs. Beatrice Hamza Bassi, was giving her speech and said that they did everything within their power to to reshape the bank. They had some significant investments in technology, hired some diverse hands, and they had a great workforce, first-rate governance structure, digitized the bank, introduced innovative products. However, she's wishing the new MD of Titan Trust Bank, Mr. Amre, success with the incoming board of directors. This is interesting because Union Bank is one of I think it's the second largest bank with first-generation banks, and having them been acquired by this new bank may be scary, but I think the transition is quite smooth. And they're also saying that the Union Bank abroad would also be divested and shared to the shareholders. So the Titan Trust is not taking over the banks in the UK and outside the country. So that will still be, well, we'll find out what's going to happen to those ones. But within Nigeria, there's a new MD, board of directors have taken over, and it's official now that Union Bank has been totally taken by Titan Trust. Let's move on quickly now to The Punch. I brought Buhari out of political retirement, assisted him to emerge president, says Tinubu. US-based Nigerian kills self after shooting wife and grandmother. Outrage as lady dies after plastic surgery. Police seek information. Okada ban, Lagos crushes another 2,228 motorcycles today. Strike, ASU meets as visitation panel submits reports. Abuja fuels queues return third time in 2022. Motorists flee NNPC. And Union Bank CEO, others resign as Titan Trust completes acquisition. New terminal, foreign airlines reject federal government's relocation order. Okay, which story are we starting with?
Let me take the new airlines, because I've been taking aviation stories, and it seemed like we should have the Minister for Aviation needs to say a whole lot concerning the issues that are bedeviling this particular industry. So in this case, it's about the new terminal that we built based on loan from the Exim Bank in China, Exim Bank from China, and there's been complaints that the terminal does not have capacity to take very wide airlines, like the aeroplanes. So parking is tough for international foreign airlines, and we have foreign airlines such as British Airways, Emirates Airlines, Air France, KLM, Lufthansa are yet to relocate their terminal, even though they've been informed by FAN to relocate from the regular MMA to the new terminal. The FAN authorities are saying that this is nothing new. Even when the London terminal opened, when the London opened Terminal 5, it was difficult for people to move. It took 6 months, and that no airline can dictate to a country where they are operating how the country should run the business. But are the excuses valid? Is it true that it is difficult for big-bodied aircraft to park in the new terminal? If it is, those are the issues we should address, not just say, move there.
Okay. Punch, another story.
Yes, so a lady identified simply as Christabel, we took part of the story yesterday, died after surgery at the Sinosure Aesthetic Plastic Surgery Clinics in Mende, area of Maryland, Lagos. So she visited Mende for that plastic surgery, and she died as a result of complications. So I think most of the stories are on social media, where her friends were posting, saying that the management did not reach out to family members. It took a number of days before they even found out that the girl was there. They didn't deem it fit to reach out to family members. But the management has reacted.
Okay.
I want to quickly take what they have said. So they said after the surgery, first of all, she was properly investigated pre-surgery. Her blood level was adequate. Her renal and liver functions were normal. She was stable, doing well after the surgery, and was seen walking around, fully ambulatory. Video clips have been sent to family members. She was with us for 4 days. When the 4th day during the ward rounds, she was due to be discharged the following day. Then it was observed that she was symptomatically anemic, despite earlier interventions to prevent that. So they tried as much as possible to, get blood transfusion several times, but her body was rejecting it, and then she died of that complication.
What's the excuse of not telling the family?
Yes, so they didn't mention, but they said they had reached out, that the phone number she gave was not correctly written, and so they could not reach the next of kin. It took them a few more days before they found somebody, a third party, who was able to reach the family members.
I hope she signed the consent form, because the hospital
Really sad.
I think they always do, yeah.
We have to go on a quick break. When we come back, we continue with our reviews. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back.
Introducing Glovo, the app that delivers anything you want. When your bestie is over and you crave party jollof rice or maybe a burger, order Glovo and get your food delivered yum yum. When you're missing the right ingredients for your wonderful meal, order Glovo. and wow the ones you love. When the game is hot, but you have run out of drinks, order Glovo and be the real OG, the baddest guy, and save the day. Download the app, order Glovo, and we will deliver.
New 5 Alive Poppy, available in lemon, orange, and mango flavors.
My son has always dreamt of being in the spotlight. That's why I give him Bornvita for everyday vitality that gives him the strength to pursue his dreams. Bornvita, strength to dream.
Mom, we've...
At TVC Communications, we're all about our audience. Millions of viewers, listeners, and readers every day all around Nigeria.
Our 2 TV stations are among the most watched in Nigeria.
TVC News is our award-winning 24-hour national and international news channel headquartered here in Lagos, broadcasting live from our custom-built state-of-the-art news headquarters.
TVC, the top-rated family entertainment channel, is the place for fun, music, and information. With our breakfast show, Wake Up Nigeria, the all-female chat show, Your View, the best soaps and dramas from Nolly, Bali, and Hollywood, music and entertainment blast, courtesy E-Flash, and of course, award-winning news and current affairs. It is all here.
With news bureau and studios around the country and the ability to go live anywhere, anytime, we are first for breaking news in Nigeria. Awarded the NMMA TV Station of the Year, TVC News is the station of choice for news that is first, accurate, balanced, and reliable every time. TVC and TVC News watched by over 4.5 million people in Nigeria every day on terrestrial, DTH, DTT, OTT, and available to viewers in the UK, TV, and online.
And when you can't watch us, listen to us. 102.3 Max FM Lagos and 90.9 Max FM Abuja are now ranked among the most listened to radio stations in Nigeria.
Now, with over 1.5 million listeners every day, we're the people's favorite radio station. Best hit music, best on-air talent. Max 102.3 hit music for Lagos and Max 90.9 hit music for Abuja. We are your home for that fun, entertainment, and hit music.
In Lagos, TVC, our leading family entertainment TV channel, has a 47% market share. But this is just the start of our journey, as we plan to add even more services to entertain and inform our ever-growing audience. Thanks for being part of the TVC.
Thanks for staying with us. We're still reviewing Punch. Nima had a story?
Yes, the Okada ban. So the Director, Press and Public Affairs of the Lagos State Task Force, that's Badeyon Abdurrahim, in a signed statement, disclosed that the task force will be crushing 2,228 motorcycles that were picked up from the 6 local governments where there was a ban on Okada riders. And he said that truly the compliance rate has been high and encouraging, but, you know, they cannot just trust these Okada riders and relax on their duty. So there will be major enforcement of the ban against Okada riders and, you know, crushing of their bicycles. And 18 suspected riders and passengers were arrested, and all of them will be prosecuted for violating the state laws.
So yesterday, the Queen Elizabeth II started the festivities towards the 70th year reign. I mean, 70 years. She started reigning when she was 25. Oh, I don't understand. This woman. I mean, her son even looks like her father. You can see Prince Charles right next to her. So yesterday, they started the festivities. at the Buckingham Palace. Unfortunately, she had a bit of discomfort, so they announced that she couldn't be attending the event, the lighting ceremony at the Windsor Castle in the evening, but so that she'd be strong enough for today's event at the Thanksgiving service. But she was flanked as usual at the famous balcony with the entire family while the parade was going on. They had the all sorts of parade and mass and all. That was pretty interesting to see, to watch. But it's a good thing to celebrate, and I know the whole of UK is standing still for these festivities at this time. Congratulations to the Queen.
I just feel for the son.
Yeah, Charles is looking older than his mother.
Yeah, on a journey that it seems you will never become the king.
I'm telling you, it's an interesting story.
Make mama there.
No, it's not. The one could have stepped aside now.
You see, but the consistency of it, that okay, this is the rule. I was standing by it. You know that kind of thing. You know how...
Yes, he cannot fight it.
He can't fight it.
Even though he wants
it. But it was in Africa. They'll find some... They'll find claws. So they'll fight it.
Logic behind that, no step.
There's something, you know, these guys are consistent with the tradition. This is how it's done. Unfortunately, I can't become king.
Stronghold.
Now here. Yes, now, to serious, I would have rationalized it. Let's move on. I was going to take the UK guy that killed his wife.
The US-based Nigeria.
It was really, really sad. His name is Obinna Igbokwe. He had killed his wife and his mother-in-law at the time, and he ran away with his 3-month-old baby. So I guess when the police then found out where he was, I think they were able to spot him. So he dumped the baby in the car seat in somebody's car and then ran away. Of course, they traced him, and once he knew that they could find him, he just killed himself. But it's not really sure why he did that. But
that's the sad part. Yeah, so people.
Daily Sun, quickly. APC governors meet on Buhari's successor. Alleged 80 billionaire fraud. EFCC free suspended accountant general. Kalu appointed DG of Lawan campaign organization. Enugu Guba, Ekweremadu drops ambition. Zoning, consensus tear governors apart. Bomb blows up IPOB members in Imo. Okay.
So I have to just take this Kalu story. I'm really sorry. The way the politics of this country is going, we don't have a choice. We must get involved. So when Kalu, the former... Oji Uzo Kalu, the former governor, no, the chief whip, the chief whip, senator, yes, former governor and chief whip, or is now the director general of Ahmed Lawan's campaign. A northerner. And he released a press statement saying he is going to work with the campaign to deliver Lawan as the presidential candidate and bring cohesion within APC to the extent of delivering Lawan as the next president. I'm wondering why, we must call a spade a spade. What's going on in the southeast?
It's calculation.
What is going on in the southeast?
We already heard him. Remember he said it, that listen, I'd rather that if southerners can come out to say, I want to run for president, they felt betrayed. So when you say that North, he wants to go and support North. That's what he did. He said go and support the North. I'll go and work against the South.
The goal must be above selfish interest.
It's not selfish. You're not getting it.
The Southeast had an agenda. They begged for it. They said they cannot serve it a la carte. They should work for it. So they said, okay, now we too want to work for another region.
Simple.
So this one is a fair play. Two gave for. Council.
So in that light as well, the APC has been torn. Their members are splitting between different views. They've not been able to reach a consensus. So some are saying that if we really want to zone, and we're not looking at zoning to the southeast, then it must be the northeast, because they are the only ones as well that have not been given an opportunity. Others are saying that, no, we are going to open it. Anybody can get the ticket and be the presidential candidate. And so it's been, they had meeting, heads were locking, they were not able to reach any consensus, and they have said, when the president comes back from Spain, we'll table it before him. Let's see how he can help us.
Okay, let's move on.
I wanted to take the Accountant General's release. So the AFCC granted the Accountant General...
You still dancing?
I just hope that it's not another scene 2 part of the series movie that we're watching. How they have released him, Sha.
Let's move on quickly now to Vanguard. 2023 polls how I made Oshibajo VP in 2015. Why Odige Oyegun's panel cleared Tinubu 22 others. There's really no other story in Vanguard.
Everything is going to end in by
by
3 more days to go.
Everybody.
3 more days.
Nigerian Tribune rotate power to South to retain presidency. Akeredolu tells APC. It is my turn. It is Yoruba's turn, says Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Primaries tension in APC over governor's plot to resist Buhari. Buhari must appease Fulani before leaving offices. Gumi. Okada ban. Commercial Cycle Riders Union sues Lagos State government. Families of Kaduna trained victims mark 65 days in captivity. EFCC releases Accountant General of the Federation on bail. Okay, which story are we starting with?
The Okada ban. The union called the Trustees of Motorcycle Transport Union of Nigeria, MTUN, and others have gone to court, asking the court to declare the ban illegal, unlawful, and unconstitutional within Lagos. No, it's the right thing to do. So if you have your grievances, go to court, so which is what they have done. Hopefully the court hears their case against the Lagos State government and declare something that can be legal. But that's the right thing to do. They've gone to court.
Because, all right, so I was going to actually take a rejoinder quickly because I'm seeing an article here where Kalu is saying that he was never, he's not Lawan's DG. I'll read the article. I'm trying to pull it up.
While you're trying, let me take this story. So the Nigerian Army yesterday said an improvised explosive device was allegedly planted by IPOB members, and that exploded and inflicted injuries on the militants. They said, according to the Army spokesman, Onyema Nwachukwu, he said the incident occurred along Eke Otutu, Osu Road, in Osu local government area of Imo State on Wednesday, and that the group have always been putting explosive along the roads to, fight the troops. And so they are trying as much as possible to get out some of those explosives. I think they had an altercation, and while the IPOB members were running away, where they ran into where they had put the explosives, according to the army, and that's detonated, and, it was... It affected a few of them, and so they were injured. But now they are saying they are going to look through all the areas to be sure that there are no more explosives there so that they can take them out.
Okay, so Sheikh Gumi is speaking here that our president must appease the Fulanis before he leaves next year, May. According to him, he was saying this at an event held by the Mieti Allah. He was saying that those who are in the bushes are really aggrieved, and the president needs to put together a Ministry of Nomadic Affairs to interfere. According to him, he says that they have been wrongly demonized, alienated, saying that with dialogue and genuine commitment to peace, those who are engaged in kidnapping, banditry, which have complicated security, would be ready to drop their arms. And he's appealing that the children that are killing and kidnapping people open their doors freely to us when they visited because they heard they came to preach the gospel. So, according to him, these people can be appeased. These people can be spoken to, but they need to be, there's need for a dialogue. So he's insisting that the president must find a way to appease these people. And if the dialogue is the way, I think we should at least embrace some, because we have to stop this continuous killing and kidnapping of our people.
Sorry, which of the people?
Banditry, the bandits.
Nigerians, or the ones that are coming from other countries.
So until you meet with them and dialogue, we don't know who they are. So I guess once they feel that there's some kind of commitment from the government to dialogue and to appease them, maybe they can have a conversation. Then we know, are you foreigners, are you Nigerians or not? Or then we now know what their needs are.
All about carrot and stick approach. I don't think that one thing would solve the problem, but we must be open to every aggrieved party within Nigeria, and there are several aggrieved people within Nigeria. The farmers are aggrieved; they cannot go to their farm. Food has become aggrieved. The students are aggrieved; they cannot go to school. So there are many aggrieved parties, and all of us should now have a ministry to address all the aggrieved parties. I think the president should just declare that before within the next 1 year, he's going to deal with all these issues. ASU will be back, bandits will be dealt with, IPOB will be dealt with, all the issues that Nigerians are facing, because we are all aggrieved.
Okay, so so I was trying to read from Ojuzo Kalu's statement on his Facebook page. According to him, I think he was actually nominated. So he was nominated to be DG. He said that he was mentioned that the Director General should be disregarded as there was authorization for its publication. He also said that he could not have been appointed the DG of Ahmad Lawan's campaign since the Senate President has not emerged as the presidential candidate for APC. A committee will be inaugurated so it's still, I think it's just false statements according to you. Which paper carried it?
I took it from the Sun.
The Daily Sun. So maybe that's still, it's probably incorrect for now, and we'll see how that goes. This is according to this morning. This is big.
He did not say he's not going to do it, though. He just said that they
was nominated.
Nominated.
Yes, and he hasn't accepted. And he's not yet the presidential candidate, so how can they become DG? Okay, let us, I think we're done. That's all we can take on Front Page Review. When we return, move on to our hot topic of the day, or interesting topic of the day. Stay with us, we'll be right back.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back.
All I do is win. I wake up, I win. I close my eyes, and I win.
We got an emergency, girlfriend.
Keep up on me, come on, let's go. I love my curves and the skin I'm in. Switch it up, turn around, take it up again. Come on, let's go. Keep winning till the world stops spinning. Independent women, come on, now let's get it. I'ma keep winning till the world stops.
Wow, you look great. Did you just come from the salon?
Darling superstar, braids that stay salon fresh no matter what.
You won't go shake your body. Instead, they make you calm down. If the farm say it's happy, you want to grow 6 packs in a day. I beg you not to pass your power. You want to show yourself, oh.
Whatever.
At TVC Communications, we're all about our audience. Millions of viewers, listeners, and readers every day all around Nigeria.
Our 2 TV stations are among the most watched in Nigeria.
TVC News is our award-winning 24-hour national and international news channel headquartered here in Lagos, broadcasting live from our custom-built state-of-the-art news headquarters.
TVC, the top-rated family entertainment channel, is the place for fun, music, and information. With our breakfast show, Wake Up Nigeria, the all-female chat show, Your View, the best soaps and dramas from Nolly, Bolly, and Hollywood, music and entertainment blast, courtesy Eastplash, and of course, award-winning news and current affairs. It is all here.
With news bureau and studios around the country and the ability to go live anywhere, anytime, we are first for breaking news in Nigeria. Awarded the NMMA TV Station of the Year, TVC News is the station of choice for news that is first, accurate, balanced, and reliable every time. TVC and TVC News watched by over 4.5 million people in Nigeria every day on terrestrial, DTH, DTT, OTT, and available to viewers in the UK on Sky TV. Watch all of our world-class programs on TV, online, and on our app. TVC and TVC News, the best entertainment and news for Nigeria on TV and online.
And when you can't watch us, listen to us. 102.3 Max FM Lagos and 90.9 Max FM Abuja are now ranked among the most listened to radio stations in Nigeria.
Now, with over 1.5 million listeners every day, we're the people's favorite radio station. Best hit music, best on-air talent. Max 102.3 hit music for Lagos and Max 90.9 hit music for Abuja. We are your home for that fun, entertainment, and hit music.
In Lagos, TVC, our leading family entertainment TV channel, has a 47% market share. But this is just the start of our journey, as we plan to add even more services to entertain and inform our ever-growing audience. Thanks for being part of the TVC communications story.
Thanks for staying with us. So Fridays, we like to discuss celebrity information and happenings. So today we'll be referring to something that happened in the U.S. So about character defamation. This relationship that's ongoing between Johnny Depp and Amber Heard as a case study. So recently, the jury in the U.S. found both Johnny Depp and Amber Heard liable for defamation against each other in a recent verdict. Depp was awarded $15 million in damages after it was proven that Heard defamed him when she described herself as a victim of domestic violence, which almost destroyed Johnny Depp's career. Now, what's the best treatment that one or the society can give to a proven defamer? And this was interesting because we've seen quite a number of stories, even within our own shores, where people come out to say, he or she defamed me, or this person beat me up, and then later we find out it was false. A woman claims that she was abused by her spouse and, makes a big hullabaloo about the whole thing. And after investigation, they found that she was actually the one beating up the husband. So these are real-life issues that are happening. But because of our culture and who we are as a people, we choose to sweep it under the carpet when it comes to these kind of issues. What are your thoughts on this? Can we take learnings from this experience, from this case study, and see what we can do to ensure that those who go out to defame others indeed are sanctioned for what they do, and the victims are therefore compensated? Call us on 081-270-53687, 091-390-7694. You can also tweet us at TVC, and please hashtag YourViewTVC so we can read your tweets. Okay, so let's just touch on this because we always like these references. What are your thoughts on this, BC?
Okay, I know that hurts people hurts. That means when you've been hurt, you will definitely hurt another person because that's all you know. Broken people break others. And we see that in the society. Now, the most painful of them is when a broken person meets another broken person. They will break not just themselves, but the society. And that's how I just see the case of these two people. Because I was reading a lot about them, and I realized that, while they were talking about their cases from time, both of them were abused. They were, from abusive homes. And it seemed to me like they were both lying to each other and lying about what really happened. I would not exonerate anybody because the court has said you win this case. There's also another case that's pending that the other lady might actually win. So what I see there is the abuse was, they were toxic for each other. The abuse was going on for quite a while. I think the marriage was just about 1 year. And then because they were both broken, it was easy to come out and lie against each other for whatever reason, whether it's money you're looking for, you want to bring down another person's career, because I do not understand why love goes wrong and you cannot pack your bags quietly and just move on. You want to bring somebody down.
Yeah, but when the person is rich...
It's coming from a deep, leave richness, so it's coming from a deep-rooted hate of oneself. And the fact that I will deal with you for not giving me what I want or not taking me to the place I expected we will get to. When we are picking spouses and, what's it called? Partners in relationships, we need to start thinking of looking beyond that person. There's something we do in Nigeria. You ask questions about this person's family. What are they known for? Who are they? This person's mother, this person's father. I think we need to start getting back to that point. Because there are few people who have come from those broken homes and those broken, damaged places, and they are able to, they're just a few percentage of them. So we need to be very careful in this. But like they say, bearing false witness is something that we need to start talking to ourselves about.
And criminalizing properly. All right, so what are your thoughts on this, especially because he had a career. He was rich. He had money. So if you defame, he can actually be sued. There's some people that don't have anything. If you like, so they say, you will not get anything. So when it comes to defamation, is it because there was something to gain that somebody can take that route?
Okay, so sometimes it's not about whether the person has money or not before the person seeks redress. It just might be, the damage to character goes deeper than money. for Johnny Depp, yes, he was a public figure, an actor, and it could affect his career. So let's leave money aside. And if it, because of her careless, what I see here is a lot of careless statements. So she also got $2 million against his lawyer for going and releasing a press briefing where he called her out, called her some defamative names as well. And so it's not about that. It's once it goes to the core of the source of that person's career and affects it, and he loses something because of it. Of course, the person gets redress. And even if you are broke, they will still enter your ancestors' property and, you know, get you that redress. I think the entire lesson about this is careless talk. So both of them were married and things happened emotionally, just as BC said, between the two couples, some things fly everywhere. And so careless statements continue to be made, whether or not it affected the person, or maybe in the interest to deeply injure or harm the person, just, you know, say things that you will hurt, and then you go out and say it to press. So if you are fighting, you're saying to each other, there's no publication. When you address press, you take it further, and so then it becomes actionable.
Talk on this.
So a lot has been said already, and for me, it's sad to be at the receiving end of somebody just lying against you, you know, and you having nothing to do. In the case of Johnny Depp, he had goodwill, money to try the case, but there are many cases of people who spent years in prison before the lady just came out and said, okay, I lied about this thing. Somebody's entire life, 15 years, I saw a case, 15 years gone, and you just, because you're feeling bitter, many heartbroken women do this. Out of that, you broke my heart, I'm going to do something, I must do something against you. When we take actions in that, from that place of deep hurt, I've heard cases as a young girl where women will say they strip themselves naked and they will curse, they will swear and curse the man because the man did. Life is more than this momentary emotional charged, and I know that we feel emotionally charged. In Nigeria, it rarely gets to the point where you get to court or the information because people don't even. But you know, in the Western world, once a woman says, "They touched me," oh, everybody will just shout, "We support the woman, we believe the woman." And so, what we need to realize is, when you cry foul, you spoil the opportunities for other people who have legitimate claims, because you now start questioning, is she one of those crying foul as well? Is she one of those that she's just being bitter? That's why she's coming out to say this. And we ought to understand that we carry responsibility of many other precedents that we would have set. This right now has set precedents of questioning a case they hear to be sure if it is true or not. That's on one side. On the other side is we must learn not to act when we are broken. Give it time. The things that she said were strong. It was emotional. Even the ones that the lawyer Depp's lawyer said that got the 2 million case, emotional. When we speak out of emotion, we tend to say things that we shouldn't be saying. When we tend to say things we later regret. And this is a huge lesson for many people married, because you have things tying you together. This ones don't even have like a trip. But in Nigeria, most of the time we have children and things tying us together for a long time.
That was one of the reasons why I wanted to take this story, because we often see the stories where it's the man, you know, that says against. But this time, the woman is... I'm talking about the compensation, that he actually got compensation for the fact that his wife falsely claims against him. So this is an interesting conversation because it will help us understand that both ways, it can swing both ways. Let's go on a quick break. When we come back, we'll take a few calls and tweets on this. Stay with us, we'll be right back.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back.
Knock, knock, knock. Have you had breakfast this morning? I'm talking about a Kellogg's breakfast. It's fortified with the essential vitamins and minerals so you can stay active and alert. Yummy. So tasty, so nutritious.
You too? Oh.
Why?
Daddy is coughing, Gina is coughing, so I just ran for cover.
Uniplex cough syrup contains ammonium chloride, diphenhydramine hydrochloride, sodium citrate, and menthol crystals to give you relief from sore throat, cold, and just a cough.
Daddy, are we safe now?
Yeah. Uniplex cough syrup. Cage the cough, free your voice.
Wow! And it quit himself. So what do I want to do this visit?
this is the best thing that could ever happen to me. You know, when I started searching for a place to, you know, buy property, and people.
At TVC Communications, we're all about our audience. Millions of viewers, listeners, and readers every day all around Nigeria.
Our 2 TV stations are among the most watched in Nigeria.
TVC News is our award-winning 24-hour national and international news channel headquartered here in Lagos, broadcasting live from our custom-built state-of-the-art news headquarters.
TVC, the top-rated family entertainment channel, is the place for fun, music, and information. With our breakfast show, Wake Up Nigeria, the all-female chat show, Your View, the best soaps and dramas from Nolly, Bolly, and Hollywood, music and entertainment blast, courtesy Eastplash, and of course, award-winning news and current affairs. It is all here.
With news bureau and studios around the country and the ability to go live anywhere, anytime, we are first for breaking news in Nigeria. Awarded the NMMA TV Station of the Year, TVC News is the station of choice for news that is first, accurate, balanced, and reliable every time. TVC and TVC News watched by over 4.5 million people in Nigeria every day on terrestrial, DTH, DTT, OTT, and available to viewers in the UK on Sky TV. Watch all of our world-class programs on TV, online, and on our app. TVC and TVC News, the best entertainment and news for Nigeria on TV and online.
And when you can't watch us, listen to us. 102.3 Max FM Lagos and 90.9 Max FM Abuja are now ranked among the most listened to radio stations in Nigeria.
Now, with over 1.5 million listeners every day, we're the people's favorite radio station. Best hit music, best on-air talent. Max 102.3 hit music for Lagos and Max 90.9 hit music for Abuja. We are your home for that fun, entertainment, and hit music.
In Lagos, TVC, our leading family entertainment TV channel, has a 47% market share. But this is just the start of our journey, as we plan to add even more services to entertain and inform our ever-growing audience. Thanks for being part of the TVC communication story.
Come close. A little bit more. Perfect. I have exciting news for you. You asked for it and you got it. Your favorite breakfast show, Your View, will be going to 2 hours. We're going to have in-depth analysis of the newspaper review and more conversations on the hot topics. The ladies of Your View and I will be stirring up our guests to get an in-depth into all the various topics, and you, our viewers, will have the opportunity to call in and share your views. After all, it's your view. Join us on Your View, 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. for a fantastic conversation. Don't miss it.
How we're doing, guys? Is the makeup in progress? Makeup
check.
Are the scripts on the prompter? Script
check.
Are we set in the VCR? All tip in place? VCR
check. Clock is ticking, time is racing, lights are. Plans all set. 120 minutes of hot entertainment. We are ready for the mission.
How we're doing?
Doubt and fear doesn't occur at the canvas, it shows in the canvas. It shows the conation of raw earthen material slabbed, stroked and molded at a pace provided by the doubt and fear. Every move weigh in the struggle of one to the other, merging the past to the present, brushstrokes of colors seen but not known. For when the wailing stops, the pieces settle down in abject beauty, erected for a century of a century. Speaking, advocating, protesting as the arts are meant to be. Doubt and fear doesn't occur at the canvas, it shows in the canvas. It shows the conation of raw earthen material slabbed, stroked and molded at a pace provided by the doubt and fear. Every move weigh in the struggle of one to the other, merging the past to the present, brushstrokes of colors seen but not known. For when the wailing stops, the pieces settle down in abject beauty, erected for a century of a century. Speaking, advocating, protesting as the arts are meant to be. Doubt and fear does.
Àwọn kan wà tí wọ́n bá kú tọ́jọ́ ọkú wọn ò tí ì pé wọ́n á papòdà síbòmíì.
Is that how you're gonna say it?
Ọkọ tí wàá sọ yìí.
Bó ṣe wá kọ̀wé ránṣẹ́ yìí pé òun fẹ́ rí mi kájọ fojúkojú yìí kò yé èmi o.
Bó ṣe pé ẹ̀rí ẹ̀mí lẹ́kùnmọ́ àyà mi ti sọ kí.
Torí kí ni?
Àkọ́yẹ́ kó wọn fi jẹ́rẹ̀ ẹ̀mí lẹ́kùnmọ́ yọmọ mú yẹn rí flashback jọ́ ìkéyọ̀ mọ́tò mọ́ ẹgbọ́n mọ́.
Come closer. A little bit more. Perfect. I have exciting news for you. You asked for it and you got it. Your favorite breakfast show, Your View, will be going to 2 hours. We're going to have in-depth analysis of the newspaper review and more conversations on the hot topics, the latest in Your View. Thanks for staying with us. So many are saying this is victory for men, especially because many women out there claim that their men are being abusive, when in actual fact, they are the abusers. And we've seen a situation where a man, I remember a story particularly where the man was a pastor and his wife used to beat him a lot. And she accused him of so many things. He was disgraced out of church. He didn't want to put up a fight because he felt that she had bipolar and she had issues. So he didn't want to make it an issue. But he allowed her to defame him and said a lot of things about him. he left the church, separated from the wife. About 7 or 8 years later, after the woman got healed and went for rehabilitation, she came back. She then came back to the church to confess and apologize that she cooked up all the story.
Wow.
Now, at the point of confessing that she cooked up the story, the woman was taken back to the church. But her husband was willing to take her back. However, the family was against her coming back. Say that for somebody who has done this much, you know, there's no way. Now, he stayed with the children because she had left. You know, he had kept this.
He raised the children.
In that situation, he was willing to take her back, but family wasn't willing to have her. And I'm not even sure if they're together today. I'm not even sure of the story.
It'd be difficult.
But then, because he was trying to get his wife back, and I don't know what happened if the family allowed it. But the point is, in a situation whereby a man or somebody has been defamed, publicly disgraced, how do you retrace your steps? Do we go to the courts in Nigeria where we should? Or how do we handle it when family, the church, religion is involved?
So when it comes to abuse, it's always very difficult to judge because abusers have mastered the art of playing victims. So they are the abusers, but they know how to turn the matter on your head, and people who are judging from outside will suddenly start seeing the person who is abused as the perpetrator. They can switch up on you. There are different personality disorders that enable this. We have the narcissists. Those ones can switch on you in a split second. And the way they do it in such a way that people around you will not have noticed the abuse you're going through. So it's easy for them to quickly say that this person is the one that is dealing with me, is the one that is suffering me. Meanwhile, they are the ones abusing. When it comes to small issues, regular family, like what you just mentioned now, it's even easier to forgive and accept. Well, it's just maybe church members that know about it. It's just a few of my workers that know about it. But when it comes to people who are in the limelight, celebrities, when this sort of case breaks, you see brands taking away their endorsements.
Yeah.
I don't want this person anymore. This person is
movies.
Yeah, no more movies, no more gigs, nothing. And the person begins to crash. The finances where they are, making a living, everything begins to reduce because of the lies you have said and you have, given to the public. At such point, it becomes very difficult to let go. Because even when the person comes back later, those brands you've lost may never come back. There's already a scandal with this person and they will not want to be associated. So the person is losing on both ends. I don't know how to begin to preach. Do you now forgive? Do you now accept when you have lost almost everything? And the only thing people can, when this sort of thing happens and the person comes back to say, I lied, I'm sorry, we don't have that clout. You don't see people carrying placards. Let her apologize. No noise. It will just die.
Let me quickly take this out from South Africa. Ben, are you there? Hello, good morning, Ben. You're live. Go ahead, please.
Thank you. I just want to talk about the defamation of character. I think this issue has put a lot of innocent men behind bars. Sometimes you see a lot of ladies who, because they cannot be able to have their way, they just go and make up some stories to get at the man. And it's quite unfortunate. There are a lot of instances here that a lot of men have spent years in the prison coming out to be innocent. But I think the judgment would be an eye-opener and help a lot of women to rethink it. And reverse their thoughts. Just my little contribution this month. Thank you, and you guys have been very well.
Thank you very much.
Please, I want to talk about, sorry, Nima. I want to talk about the idea of being the bigger person, because I've always said on this platform, take the higher road, don't fight dirty, if this person is out to attack you, don't get in the rings with them and get all murky and say we are throwing jabs to each other. The more mature space is to step out of that sin. But when it comes to defamation, I wonder if it is the right approach. And I wonder because, like the story you shared, this person decided to take the shame because they don't want to create mess, a lot of mess on social media and everywhere for their children. Somebody decided that I don't mind you calling me funny names because I don't want my children know the truth, and I don't want them to grow up hearing funny stories, so let me also retaliate. And it takes a whole lot of maturity for someone to be able to live with the idea that some people that don't know me believe the worst about me, and then be comfortable with the fact that only the few who know me know the truth about the situation. But we must get to that point, because I see many quarrels, marriage-related challenges happen to celebrities, and one person throws the attack. In trying to defend yourself, you turn it into a rough-or-rough pig fight. And the issues you create, you cannot undo. So many celebrity marriages, you hear funny stories on, and I know when I started with one lie, and the other person is trying to prove that this person is lying. Let me show you what happened. He's a 1-minute guy. He's a 2 seconds guy. He did this one. The car that you are seeing, I'm the one that bought it. The house that we were living, it gets dirty, and you cannot undo the damage. So it might feel like I am swallowing a whole lot of things, but we must begin to develop the maturity. If you cannot take it to court, take it to court and deal with it legally. If you cannot take it to court, don't go online and start embarrassing
Okay, let me take this call that comes to Nima. Good morning, are you there? I have a call from Abuja, I believe.
Yes.
Good morning, you're live. Go ahead, please.
Okay, thank you so much for your topics and all that, but I'm happy. I think this defamation of character has to do with the issue of Johnny Depp and then Amber Heard, and then there are some that you get to hear too, but they are not in the public space. I make bold to say that in my lifetime, seeing something like this happen, the table turning, as in somebody like Johnny Depp, that everybody sees as a very dark man, it happened in America, not in Nigeria. In Nigeria, they would have said that maybe they bribed the jury or they bribed the judge and all that. But in our lifetime, we are seeing in the United States, people who said high standards, a man winning a case against a woman, and then the woman has to pay the man. I mean, it's just something that I was so happy about, because I keep arguing this case that Johnny Depp is just an actor. You see him doing that side. He's a very good man. There's something I read about him. I saw a video about him on about when he was selling gas at the filling station. And he said, I'm still this Johnny Depp that was selling gas at that time. So now that money just reveals who we really are. Money does not really change us. I'm telling you, a lot of things are happening. Men are going through a lot of things that they cannot come out and talk about.
Yeah.
They can't come out and talk about. I'm telling you the truth. Men cannot come out. They will tell you, I posted something on your page yesterday that they will tell you to man up. Man up. Man up to what? Man up to what? I mean, I don't understand.
Thank you very much,
Ilubumi. Slap the man, beat up the man and all that.
Thank you very much, Ilubumi. Yes, Nima.
Okay, so if it goes to, just as I said earlier, if it goes, the damage goes too deep, the only redress is to come out. So you might not necessarily be going to court because you want to get monetary compensation, but you're going to court to reestablish the truth of what happened, to put that person to test. You know, when people say things to during press briefing, and then, you know, Nigerian style, it's a 2 minutes man, you go back, that's dirty. So you go to court and say, you said so, and so, prove it. If you cannot prove it, this is what I'm asking the court. So if you have more evidence, you simply come. I think for defamation, the best defense is justification, to say, okay, these are the evidences I have.
Oh.
And so
go ahead.
Okay, so for Amber, whatever she could have done was, you know, bring it, and she couldn't. And because Johnny Depp is somebody that, you know, feeds on the image of his publicity and all of that, it's important that that's the way to go.
I just got a message from the person that I talked about.
Okay.
Said, hi, Muriel, thanks for sharing my story. I never went back to my wife. We actually ended up divorcing. But I support her in whatever she does today. So I guess he never went back to her. They divorced,
so, traditionally here, what we do is that, you know, there are several things they say. Our mothers will say, there's a... That's if
you know something to say it. You don't have to say it in English.
No, so if you are in a marriage, it's usually toxic when men start to say, my wife is bad, my wife's head is down, she's bad, you know, a woman usually, because it's a patriarchy, women are usually silenced during those kind of things. So what we see in Amber Rose and more when I see it here, it's the other way around.
Yes.
The woman, when she talks too much, that's how women talk. As you talk too much. So you now be silenced and you know your truth because you live inside your house. I've handled the case before. Successfully, we divorced the couple because...
Let's not switch.
No, I'm not switching. No, I'm not switching. I'm bringing it home.
More of women
what I see more. What I see more is what I'm saying.
Yes.
And in fact, this case, when the man does something to the woman, before she gets to her parents, he is at her parents saying, I don't know how you raise her. She's not like you guys at all. Such a terrible human being.
Manipulative.
Very manipulative. And the father of the girl will be like, why are you like this? Why are you disgracing us?
Why are you different?
And so she couldn't get her truth out for long. So when she cried, she kept coming, I need to divorce this person. That's the only way I can say my truth. Eventually, it happened. And then we started hearing, okay, maybe I wasn't really true. Maybe the other time, maybe that time was at the court.
Nima, the reason why I don't want us to flip this, I hear you, we hear this kind of stories. I don't want to flip because men are raised to console their emotions. So they are hurt, right? They're hurt that you're lying. They're hurt that you're defaming them. But they say, I am a man. I can handle this. I can still hold this thing. Let me not, So because of that, I want us to address it. A lot of men are not speaking their truth because they want to be man enough to handle it. But the truth is that the women are lying against them. That's the problem.
Women lie. Women lie a lot.
Yes.
But men lie a lot too.
A lot. But let's
see, Morayo, with this case,
let's not flip it. Let's stay on this lane today.
There was a story that I heard. Because I don't want to let them know the person I'm talking about is a story, Sha. The fight was on. They're always fighting with each other. We know that the fight is going on, but we did not know who was beating who until somebody now wanted to go and settle the fight and close the door. It's the woman that was shouting, "Wapamileni," and it's the one punching. Hey. So everybody is hearing "Wapamileni" and thinking that it's the woman that is being beaten. But her voice is the loudest, but she's the one beating the man. And no man would come outside and say that was what was happening. So everybody just assumed and started attacking like it's confirmed.
Let me pause you for a second. I have to go on a quick break. When we come back, we continue this conversation. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Hello, everyone. Hope you people have linked your NIN. Don't be like my son, Oshegu, who had to wait for his land to be disconnected.
Yes, mommy, but I am now reconnected. Yes. I went to Airtel shop, enrolled for my NIN, and re-registered my line. Simple and short, no stress. It didn't end there. Airtel rewarded me with a no-vex bonus of 20,000 naira free airtime and data to access all my social media accounts. If you already have NIN, all you need to do is dial *121# or visit the Airtel website to get link out. Get on it.
How we're doing, guys? Is the makeup in progress? Makeup.
Check.
Are the scripts on the prompter? Script.
Check.
Are we set in the VCR? All Tim in place? VCR.
Check. Clock is ticking. Time is racing. Lights on. Plans all set. 120 minutes of hot entertainment. We are ready for the mission.
àwọn kan wà tí wọ́n bá kú tọ́jọ́ kú wọn ò tí ì pé wọ́n á papòdà síbòmíì.
that how you gonna say it? Bó ṣe wá kọ̀wé ránṣẹ́ yìí pé òun fẹ́ rí mi kájọ fojúkojú yìí kò yé èmi o.
Bó ṣe pé ẹ̀rí ẹ̀mí lẹ́kùnmọ́ àyà mi ti sọ kí.
Torí kí ni?
Àkọ́yẹ́ kọ́ mọ̀ pé jẹ́rẹ̀ ẹ̀mí lẹ́kùnmọ́ yọ mọ̀ mú yẹn rí flashback jọ́ ìkí ọmọ tó mọ̀ ẹgbọ́n mọ́.
Come closer. A little bit more. Perfect. I have exciting news for you. You asked for it and you got it. Your favorite breakfast show, Your View, will be going to 2 hours. We're going to have in-depth analysis of the newspaper review and more conversations on the hot topics. The ladies of Your View and I will be stirring up our guests to get an in-depth into all the various topics, and you, our viewers, will have the opportunity to call in and share your views. After all, it's your view. Join us on Your View, 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. for a fantastic conversation. Don't miss it.
Doubt and fear doesn't occur at the canvas, it shows in the canvas. It shows the conation of raw earthen material slabbed, stroked and molded at a pace provided by the doubt and fear. Every move
Thanks for staying with us. We're still discussing defamation of character, especially when it comes to families and relationships. You were going to say something.
Okay, I was going to land the point that, you know, whether it's across one gender or not, what is important is that both of you, when you're married, you have to have the maturity of discretion. Not every matter you put response to. And not every matter as it is happening, as it is boiling hot, that you talk. Because sometimes you just might want to gain argument, and so you add small salt, join the small thing, while you're in pain. It happens
yes,
when you're in pain. Just so that you just sugar small, so that you know you have more of your side out there. And you might be going too far. This thing called fighting, vengeance is a double-edged sword. Yeah. When you are cutting, be careful. You are not cutting both ways.
Yeah, that's true. And also, I don't want us to always... Anyway, we are Nigerians, so we know that it's not every case that gets... it's not every side that gets judgment is the right side. Not every side. Because sometimes... the justice system will work based on the evidence, your ability to prove your case. That's why you have lawyers who will defend and speak all the English. If peradventure the lawyer on the right side is not strong enough to hold,
English is better.
You can lose that case. So I don't want us to think, because he got this case, now maybe he was telling the truth and the other person, it could have been both ways. Reading up their story, I just started realizing that they had a pattern of abuse.
Knock, knock, knock. Have you had breakfast this morning?
This one got injured today. That one got injured. Other people said it was a mutual abuse. Other people said if one person is defending herself or himself, it's no longer mutual. You're just working on defense. So, cases like this is just the only people who can say what really happened between them is those two people involved. And that's why they say when you're choose.
The following is a paid presentation by Shop.
Somebody who can at least say the truth. We had, there was a case, I don't know if we took it on this set, where a man was lied against by his own 3 daughters. Their mother was living abroad. They wanted to stay abroad. So they lied to their mother that their father was sleeping with them. And this woman ran crazy. The marriage crumbled, everything. This man was drained to the last, only for these silly girls to confess after a few years that they actually lied on their father because they wanted to move abroad.
I read that story.
In that kind of case, who do you begin to forgive? Who can the father forgive his children? How do you rebuild the reputation of the man? Do you know what incest is? It's deep. It's difficult to come out of it. How many people who heard the first story would have heard the second story? Some people would have died with that story that you told in the first place. So if you can... I don't know, because everybody pretends. When you're dating in a relationship, we always put your best foot forward. TDJ says you come with your representative. That's not the real you. Till you now get into the marriage and then your representative now goes home and you now see the real you. But we can begin to notice some red flags about certain people. And one thing I tell young people also is, watch how this person treats other people who are beneath him or her. How he talks to his drivers, how he talks to his cooks, how he talks to people around him. That will tell you how he will talk to you tomorrow when the love finally fails.
We're going to wrap up on this because I want to talk any final words on this. I have to wrap up.
Reiterating my points and reminding everybody that we shouldn't speak when our emotions are high.
Yeah.
And you should never, ever throw something outside that you will regret back in later in the future. Think about the entirety of your family, your children, and all of that. If for any reason you are pushed to the wall by the defamation, take the legal process as a way to address the wrong.
Let me take this call from Ade. Ade, are you there?
Yeah, good morning,
You're live. Go ahead, please.
Can you please wish our queen happy Platinum Jubilee today?
Oh, your queen. Okay. We spoke about it, I think, during the banter, I believe.
Yes, newspaper review.
During paper review, we mentioned it. Congratulations to your queen.
The lady 70 years on the throne. It's your own pride as well. I want to thank Morayo for our comment today. In fact, I'm so happy because for the first time you're on the side of men that all get their lies, that they lie a lot about we men. So I support for that purpose. On your 10th anniversary is Dubai. God bless you.
Amen. Don't send you ticket, man.
So let's take a few messages. Somebody said that, yes, I lied against my husband. And the reason why I lied is because I never wanted the marriage in the first place. After 3 kids, I was done with the marriage, but I wanted to leave. But he wouldn't give me a divorce. So I lied to our parents, and they allowed me to leave. So some women are saying that this is the reason why they left. These are interesting.
Are you saying that after 3 kids, you don't mature?
After 3 kids, the woman can say, you know, I'm done. Because sometimes, let's even go there. Because some of us marry for that, you want that,
and then you
want to settle down.
Yes.
You want to settle down with society, saying, oh, now she's married, she's okay. So you now have your 3 children. You're like, I never really loved this guy. And then you say, I want to move on. But all the factors are aligned for you to stay. He's a good guy. So you now have to demonize the guy and say, you know what, I'm done with this.
God, honestly, I am.
Because when you mature, you simply... As you walk in with your full consent, you walk out with your full consent, you don't have to say anything. You know you can actually walk out without explaining.
Yeah, sure.
I say I'm done.
I'm done. Auntie, what happened? We ask her, Taya, she not talk anything. It's better than you now look at somebody innocent. You paint him black, paint him red, you paint him black, you paint him red all over.
How come one nature the person?
And the person when you live bought 3 children for. What for you?
That's how we can take it. One wrap up?
No, I just want to say that these things have a way of coming back to us. Their seeds, anything you do, how you act, how you treat people, it will always find its way back. And may not find its way back when you are helpless. Nobody can stand up for you. We should always remember that in dealing with one another.
I think that's all we can take on this segment. When we return, move on to another hot topic. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Stay tuned.
At TVC Communications, we're all about our audience. Millions of viewers, listeners, and readers every day all around Nigeria.
Our 2 TV stations are among the most watched in Nigeria.
TVC News is our award-winning 24-hour national and international news channel headquartered here in Lagos, broadcasting live from our custom-built state-of-the-art news headquarters.
TVC, the top-rated family entertainment channel, is the place for fun, music, and information. With our breakfast show, Wake Up Nigeria, the all-female chat show, Your View, the best soaps and dramas from Nolly, Bolly, and Hollywood, music and entertainment blast, courtesy E-Splash, and of course, award-winning news and current affairs. It is all here.
With news bureau and studios around the country and the ability to go live anywhere, anytime, we are first for breaking news in Nigeria. Awarded the NMMA TV Station of the Year, TVC News is the station of choice for news that is first, accurate, balanced, and reliable every time. TVC and TVC News watched by over 4.5 million people in Nigeria every day on terrestrial, DTH, DTT, OTT, and available to viewers in the UK on Sky TV. Watch all of our world-class programs on TV, online, and on our app. TVC and TVC News, the best entertainment and news for Nigeria on TV and online.
And when you can't watch us, listen to us. 102.3 Max FM Lagos and 90.9 Max FM Abuja are now ranked among the most listened to radio stations in Nigeria.
Now, with over 1.5 million listeners every day, we're the people's favorite radio station. Best hit music, best on-air talent. Max 102.3 hit music for Lagos and Max 90.9 hit music for Abuja. We are your home for that fun, entertainment, and hit music.
In Lagos, TVC, our leading family entertainment TV channel, has a 47% market share. But this is just the start of our journey, as we plan to add even more services to entertain and inform our ever-growing audience. Thanks for being part of the TVC communication story.
At TVC Communications, we're all about our own.
Doubt and fear doesn't occur at the canvas, it shows in the canvas. It shows the conation of raw earthen material slabbed, stroked, and molded at a pace provided by the doubt and fear. Every move way in the struggle of one to the other, merging the past to the present, brushstrokes of colors seen but not known. For when the wailing stops, the pieces settle down in abject beauty erected for a century of a century. Speaking, advocating, protesting as the arts are meant to be.
How we're doing, guys? Is the makeup in progress? Makeup?
Check.
Are the scripts on the prompter? Script?
Check.
Are we set in the VCR? All Tim in place? VCR?
Check. Clock is ticking, time is racing, lights are. Plans all set. 120 minutes of hot entertainment. We are ready for the mission.
Come closer. A little bit more. Perfect. I have exciting news for you. You asked for it and you got it. Your favorite breakfast show, Your View, will be going to 2 hours. We're going to have in-depth analysis of the newspaper review and more conversations on the hot topics. The ladies of Your View and I will be stirring up our guests to get an in-depth into all the various topics, and you, our viewers, will have the opportunity to call in and share your views. After all, it's your view. Join us on Your View, 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. for a fantastic conversation. Don't miss it. Come closer. A little bit more. Perfect. I have exciting news for you. You asked for it and you got it. Your favorite breakfast show, Your View, will be going to 2 hours. We're going to have in-depth analysis of the newspaper review and more conversations on the hot topics. The ladies of Your View and I will be stirring up our guests to get an in-depth into all the various topics, and you, our viewers, will have the opportunity.
progress? Makeup?
Check.
Are the scripts on the prompter? Script?
Check.
Are we set in the VCR? All Tim and Plays? VCR?
Check. Clock is ticking, time is racing, lights on. Plans all set. 120 minutes of hot entertainment. We are ready for the mission.
How we're doing, guys? Is the makeup in progress?
Thanks for staying with us. So the hottest news in Nigeria right now is politics, but we'll shelve that till Monday because I know Nigerians want to hear us discuss what's happening in the APC convention, but we'll wait till Monday and see how the results, because it's getting quite heated. But we'll talk about another interesting topic, which is so, and I like BC to establish the story.
Okay, about that man, Abi.
Yes.
You know, this relationship thing. So this particular guy came back home from work. I think about the same time the wife came back. And the wife was tired, so she presented what they had in the house for him to eat. He refused it, saying he wanted fresh fish pepper soup. So she says, I can't enter the market now. There's no fish in the house. Why don't I make this for you tomorrow so that I need to plan? Pepper soup is not something you just rustle up. And the man said, you are getting very lazy, Abi. Don't worry. Called his side chick, put it on speaker, and asked that he wanted to eat pepper soup. And the side chick on the other end says, okay now, don't worry. Let me quickly rush to the supermarket. I'll get the fish and I'll make it start coming. He picked up his keys, carried his purse, and left the house. So this woman is asking, what should I do? This is so disrespectful. How do I handle this? Did I do anything wrong? She's asking for your advice. Did she do anything? Should she endure
the offense? Okay, all right. So this is an interesting angle because these are some of the things women go through where there's a lot of pressure. And I know Fridays, like our Feel Good Fridays. So these are the kind of topics we like to talk about on Fridays. So why do you think a woman who is a side chick is always ready to go above and beyond? You know, and that's one of the questions a lot of people ask. You know, when women are forced to work and do exactly what the man is doing, there's a lot of pressure for us to do that and also do the same thing Auntie outside is doing. It's not easy. And I think we have to come to that understanding where we can't be everything to everybody. Something's got to give. And if it's the side chick's move that gives, oh, well, let it give. If I were the woman, I'll say, thank you very much for assisting me with fish. Bye-bye, I can't eat your fish. I can't let somebody come and give me. I cannot. You cannot kill me before my own time. If it's fish you want to go, eat your fish.
It's not only fish he will eat. He will eat other things aside
let them go and eat now.
Okay, so I love how you started, because a lot of women feel that way, like it's not a big deal. You cannot threaten me with that kind of stuff. Like, it's not a big deal. For me, it is a big deal. It is a big deal. Very big deal. Because I feel it is disrespectful.
It is.
Because you just made it look like I'm dispensable. So the reality of life is I'm extremely tired. I cannot deliver on this particular request at the time you want me to deliver. And the next thing you do is to throw it into my face that there are many other people like you.
Yeah.
No, that's disrespectful. Okay. Oh, I'm not replaceable like that.
Yeah, this is what I would say. To fall in love with somebody and have the person love you back even much more is a gift. In this kind of situation, the love is tilted or is not existing.
Yeah, I agree.
Because if he says he doesn't have money, because I don't know who arrange and say, now we go to cook, that somebody go to bring money. But whoever arranged it did not do justice. Now it's arranged like that, man will use money, women will use food. Now, if he says he doesn't have money, do you tear cloth on his body?
Or do you go outside?
Or do you go outside and go and collect it?
The money?
Would they not call you prostitute?
Exactly.
And all the big names they used to call somebody? Now, if you cannot do that and it doesn't seem fair, it's just the same. How dare you pick call and call somebody? That's you are be going alone, don't come back. Because don't just even stress me.
Simple.
It's simple. It's simple. See, sometimes
just lock the doors and you say, that's it, you're done. You walk away.
It takes us time sometimes. When you're in this kind of relationship, it takes time for you to admit what is already in your face. If a man can pick up a phone just because of catfish...
He's been gone long time before that.
Yes.
He's been gone long time before that. He was just waiting for...
Release him, let him go.
Easy.
Let him fly.
Bye-bye.
You know what is funny? In those days, stories that we used to see all our grand aunties go through, you will not come back when he's aged and sick. They will not be preaching how to be a good wife, how you should not be vengeful, how you should come and nurse him in the old age. All the pepper soup shop, you will have the pepper.
They will nurse you there. They will nurse you there. I really like
Thank you very much, Nima.
That's it. Yeah, I really like it. But I think I wouldn't want to advise anybody today. It's your cup of tea. Because I will still be called out for advising people to be strong and hold their own. So I've learned to keep my strength to myself and enjoy myself by myself. I know that when a lot of women love more, they give more than they receive. And it's been like a norm. It's been like the culture. Whatever the man does, he's a man. He's a man. That's how men are. And then you're there, you are in pain. Somebody, I had a story, a very personal family member gave me a story. They're still married for over close to 40 years now. A story of how the husband will bring a babe home, sleep with the babe in the house, just to teach her how to do it well. Telling you, there was a particular one that the same babe was bearing the same name with the wife. I said, I love that because two of you have the same name. Yes. And everybody will come and tell her, he's a man, just manage, and all that. Today, the marriage is still ongoing, but this woman has a lot of resentment, a lot of bitterness. When she speaks, when something happens today and she's narrating, she goes 20 years back. For me, that's not life. I don't want to live. Exactly. I don't want to live that kind of life. So it's a strong woman who gets to a point to know that I am being disrespected and can pull the brakes. Oga, this thing you just did has disrespected me. Absolutely. I will not take it if it's your deal breaker. For some people, cheating is not is part of the... They come into the marriage understanding that men cheat. No, some people have I've coached people who told me that there's no man that does not cheat. And that's their mindset. I say, wow. And you want to go into marriage with this mindset, you will always attract people who cheat. Absolutely. Me, I don't believe all men cheat, though. I don't. For a reason, because I want to attract where I am. Yes. So there are women who already have that mindset. If this particular woman has the mindset that it's a man's world and all of that, then ignore. Don't ask for advice. When he comes back tomorrow, please make the pepper soup for him.
See, I like the mindset of, listen, life is too short. And everybody has value. So the moment somebody tells you and can call somebody in your presence and make that call, that person was never yours. Yeah. So once it works out, I have absolutely no issues. Please, it's okay. In fact, I'm very good at moving on real quick. I mean, because honestly, I'm not one of those clinging that, oh my God, I cannot live. I will live and I'll breathe. I can't live without you. I will live well. I'll live better. My mind is so strong that I can move on. So, you see, I like the angle, that the fact that, you see, women who find themselves in this situation, because I know a woman, very close friend to my mother, and the woman has passed on now.